Hello everyone, we got a short screencast here to show you how to take your build layer unit planner and turn that into a journey map that you can use with your students. What I've got here is a document that shows the unit planner that I've been working on along with a colleague, and what we're going to do is look underneath the goal at the different days that we have planned. I really don't want you to overthink this. What you're looking for down at the days that you have planned are the main idea behind each day. What is the main task? Or think of it this way: what are the five or six important things, key moments that occur in my unit? For me, it was pretty easy to look at. We run an inquiry based classroom in freshman US history, and we always start, as you can see with point one, with central questions. And we always have some kind of a process where students are required to answer central questions. And so that for sure was going to be one of the spots on my journey map. As I go down a little bit further, also a part of this process, we have students write their own support and essential questions, and then they have to do research to answer them. So again, the decision for my journey map was pretty easy. I was going to have a spot in there about how they felt about researching the answers to the questions that they created. And I'll just show you one more as we move down to point three. In our inquiry based classroom, we also want students to either write claims or thesis statements based on what they've learned. And at step three, that's what we're asking them to do here. And again, we know that's a key moment in the unit. We know that's a moment that some students struggle with and some students excel at. And we want to include that in our journey map to try to discover why and maybe to improve the process for all learners. Well, now I'm going to go from my unit planner over to the journey map template, which you have access to in this assignment. And I started to fill it in a little bit based on my unit planner just so that you understand what you might need to do. This top column, or this top row, excuse me, is where you add in the different points of your unit. You can see I've got answer the central question, which came from my unit planner. I've also got research the topic, which was point two in the unit planner. And I've got write a thesis, which was point three in the unit planner. Underneath, you put a little summary of the activities that students had to do or the resources that they used to accomplish that goal. In answering our essential question, we have students sometimes take traditional notes or do choices activity where they look at different sources and they take Cornell notes on those topics to relate it back to that central question. If I were to type in the activities for researching the topic, right, it might have the different sources they used, the time that they were allowed to do it, and the form that they filled out, the different things that were all a part of that research. For thesis statements, I might have the different resources that were available to them to write the thesis statement, like sentence starters, screencasts, rubrics, and those things would be listed here so that they can make some kind of a judgment about how that step went for them and maybe why. To summarize here, basically what you're doing is looking at the key moments or days within your unit planner. You're putting those steps on top and you're listing the activities that were a part of that step so that when you describe this to students, they'll remember that step and they'll remember the different options or activities that they took part in to achieve understanding of that part of their unit. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, check in with your administrator or UDL coach. Thank you.